If you are looking for countries to move into that are budget friendly, that is, I'm talking about if you're looking at the tuition fee that is between, let's say, from 3K to 4K or 6K or 5K mass, you should look at these countries because the tuition fee is quite cheap. And the policies to get into this place are not that difficult. So these countries right now, you don't have to possibly move to anywhere else. You can actually do it within your own country. I just have one of them that requires you to move to another country. So, but in this whole category, they are quite affordable. So, number one I want to start with is Portugal. I have it here on my list. So now the question is why Portugal? So first, the reason why I said Portugal is because a lot of people consider Portugal because of the instrumental payment that it's involved. Like they allow instrumental payment. For example, let me try to break it down. If your tuition fee per year is 4,000 euros, so most schools will tell you, okay, divide that 4,000 into 10, which means if you apply to a school, for example, the application fee most times is 50 euros. If I apply to the school, you get admission, then you pay the first half. That is one out of the 10. That is after you divide 4,000 divided by 10, one out of the 10 plus your enrollment fee. You are good to go. Sometimes the enrollment fee also covers the first installment, so you are good to go. That's the reason why people most times prefer Portugal. And once they come in, they try to sort out things, possibly get job. Then from there, start paying up their tuition fee. That's how I survive. That's how most people also do it. That's the first country as well. But to break it down more, just know that when it comes to Portugal, legalization is needed, all right? So you need to go through the process of authentication, legalization, all of that before you can start applying to schools. But I've seen people who actually apply to schools without doing that legalization. In fact, the whole legalization process, it was still on. Like you are still on the process of legalizing until they got admission. Then before they were able to travel, then they got the legalized document and move because schools want to see that legalized document when you get to the country. Because once you see the legalized document, that's when they will finalize your enrollment first. All right. So the one you are doing in your home country is for the application, but once you are planning to move there and to start studying, they need that document in order to verify before they will enroll you in as a full student, give you the student ID and other document that you need as a student. Now the next country is Hungary. I have it on my list. Just hold on. All right, yeah, Hungary. Now, why Hungary? Hungary is quite cheap. I was able to find a school that is 3K that one of the clients you're working with wants to apply to. But when it comes to Hungary, the tuition fee is quite cheap, but just that they require 2 semester fees before you'll be given the admission letter to process for your visa to move there. Why Hungary? Hungary is quite cheap. It's affordable. It's one of the countries in Europe, so it's not that big. It's a country that is still trying to, to get up there. So it's a place where you can start building your life. A lot of people are trying to move there. Trust me, a lot of people are trying to get into that place. So if you're one of those people that thinks, okay, Hungary is a place for you because Hungary doesn't need legalization. That's the beauty of it all. But pay into consideration because some schools requires language proficiency, also require medical certificate as well. So you need to check, in fact, double check to see the one you are going for, what's the requirement. Now, how do you know what they require? On every school website, there's when you go to the admission requirement, you see all that they need is stated there. Maybe if you have doubt or if you have any questions more, you can always you maybe can always send an email or shoot them an email. Once you shoot an email to them, they will explain in more details or maybe point you to the right website page where you see the answers to your questions. Now, what do I mean by 2 semesters when it comes to Hungary? For example, like I said, the clients you're working with, the per semester is 3,000 euros. 2 semesters is 3,000 times 3, that is 6,000. You pay, then you get admission letter, process your visa to Hungary. That's how it works. Now, the next one I have here is Bulgaria. Bulgaria is quite affordable, guys. Like, it's super affordable. But the reason why I've not talked about Bulgaria recently is because of the legalization process. It's not easy. It's not easy. When it comes to Bulgaria legalization process, the legalization, oh my God, is something else. To me, I call it a nightmare because it's not easy. It's not easy. A lot of people wants to move there, but trust me, when it comes to legalization process of Bulgaria, it's not easy. But see, if your target is to move to Bulgaria next year, I will say start now, start finding your feet, start trying to go around it. Because if you want to move to Bulgaria, like Bulgaria, you need to start early as you can to have everything in process. The school communication back and forth, visas, submissions, documentation, everything back and forth. You need to start early so that you're able to meet up with time. Bulgaria is quite affordable, guys. Maybe if you doubt me, you can see. Go and just after watching this video, type schools in Bulgaria for international students. You see their tuition fee, then you understand what I'm trying to say. Schools are quite affordable as well. All right. So if your plan is to move to Bulgaria next year, start now with the processes. And even if you start early, then you have higher chances of getting the whole thing done. So the next country I have here on my list again is Slovakia. Of course, I said one of these countries I'm talking about, you require to move to another country. Slovakia is also a country again that have super amazing tuition fee for international students. When I say super amazing fee, it's almost something that you can't even believe. But the challenge now, I keep saying, is moving to where you are to another country to apply for the visa. But if something that you as a person can afford, like you can put into consideration that extra income of flying to another country, the hotels and everything to apply for the visa, please go all in for Slovakia. Not only Slovakia alone, Slovenia is there as well. Latvia as well is there. Croatia is there as well. So if you can put into consideration these places, you are good to go. Do you know why? Because there is less traffic when it comes to the visa application process. Imagine, for example, let's do a little bit of maths here. Imagine your current country right now. Let's use, for example, Nigeria. For example, Nigeria is a country of over 200 million people. Now, that's over 200 million people. Now, how many people are willing to go to another country to apply for visa for Slovakia? An average Nigerian who is trying to who's trying to stand up, who's trying to get his or head up there, won't do it. Wouldn't do it. Probably those who were able to go that extra mile are people that have sponsors, people that have backbones, people that have people at their back. That's to let you know there's less traffic there. All right. So Slovenia is a place you should consider. If you doubt me, like I said, check schools in Slovakia for international students. I keep saying Slovenia, Slovakia. The two countries kind of like they sound similar. So, but their process is almost the same thing. They also have super tuition fees, just that you need to move. That's it. All right. So the next other country I have here as well should be Iceland. All right. So Iceland as well is cheap. Not all school is cheap, though I must say, but Iceland is also cheap. There used to be like University of Iceland used to be free, but right now things have changed based on people who discovered it. Everybody's moving there. Iceland can also move with family, but it's not the way it to be as well. But if you can as well factor in some few things, you maybe go to the University of Iceland, for example, not just University of Iceland, check out other schools in Iceland as well. Then look into that tuition fee and see if something that you personally can do. To me, I call it if you can chest it, if you can chest what is there, you should be fine. You should be okay because if others can do it properly, you as well can do it. You just need due diligence, good informations, and good preparations as well. Don't rush the process, please. I remember recently someone is trying to move abroad this year. Like the person is banking on this year, this year, this year. I said, first of all, you need to chill. You need to chill. It's not about trying to rush the process because most times these things require process, like due process, step by step. After step one, you move to step A, to step B, to step two. I mean to say, step two, you move to step three. So you need to calm down for you to actually get what you want. Because if you try rushing a process, you end up not getting it. Time is wasted, money is wasted as well. So why not do it once and get it all right? That's how I see things, and that's how I do things as well. Now, this country I have here on my list is Italy. Italy is super cheap. There are universities that don't even need a tuition fee. For example, let's say you want to apply to University of Palermo, they don't even need application fee at all. Someone said he paid for application fee, and I'm like, when we did make application for someone, there was no application fee, you know. So, and I know somebody who is studying in Italy. The person moved to Italy, this year, late last year, and she's studying there without even paying, without no tuition fee in Italy. So if your mind is on Italy, please, I would say this month now is the month of June, right? You start right now to start taking care of your document, have everything in place, possibly start your legalization right now, reach out to the embassy, book legalization date. Then when it comes to late December, early January of 2027, you start applying to schools in Italy. It will give you upper hand because there will be a lot of options to choose from universities in Italy. So when it's time, let's say when it's around June next year, when University Italy will start opening up for enrollment, that's when you start your process and you process your visa to move to Italy. Remember, right now, visa process takes time. You need to give the embassy at least 60 days or at least 60, 70, 80 business work days before possibly your visa will come out, because a lot of people are moving, processes and laws and policies are changing. So these are things you need to consider, right? So the next other country I have here is Austria. Austria is cheap, very, very cheap. You can see tuition of 600 euros, 650, 720 euros. But you know the problem with Austria? The problem with Austria is authentication process, legalization process. It is a nightmare. But guess what? If you're looking at studying at Austria, this is what I suggest. Start early. Austria is going to cost you so much when it comes to legalization, authentication of documents. Like Austria process is something else. But it's a place where if you move, you put your head down, you chill, relax, all the stress, all the money you spent will come back to you in due time. Let me say it again. Not just only Australia alone, no. All these places I just mentioned, the time, the effort, the money you put in. Once you put your head down, when I mean put your head down, I mean you chill, follow everything step by step. The money, time, and effort you put in will come back to you in due time. It will come back to you in so many processes. In fact, it will come in quantum. It comes in so many processes. All right, just have to fill up the process bit by bit. If your mind is moving to Austria, start right now with first of all authentication. Now start legalization. No, the legalization process costs so much. It really do cost so much. But like I said, if you invest your time, invest your resources, and you finally move, you will definitely get the payback. The dividends, like the profit, is waiting for you upfront. Austria is a place you should consider. Now, the last on my list, which is the eighth country, is Luxembourg. All right, Luxembourg has schools that are quite affordable. For example, one of the cheapest is the University of Luxembourg. The tuition fees like 400. But because it's affordable, uh it's quite competitive as well, because a lot of international students tends to apply, wants to move there as well. The GPA of not GPA, I mean the GPD, that is the gross profit of Luxembourg, is quite high. Luxembourg is one of the countries in Europe that they are doing massively well. Not GPA, I mean to say their gross profit, that is their GPD, I mean to say, is, sorry if the way I'm saying it is wrong, but they are very, very good. The country is so super rich. I remembered somebody who is from there, and then we had one-on-one chat, one-on-one interaction. The way the person explained the process, like how things are going in the country, how to do this, how to do that, how things move smoothly. And I'm like, wow, that's actually a place to consider. And if you think it's a place where you want to be, you should at least start now looking at schools, looking at the legalization process, looking at the authentication process, on how to you can actually mitigate so many delays and move there as early as you can, because the one of the things that will allow you to move to these countries is starting early. We are the middle of the year. If you use these next 6 months to gather yourself, then towards early January you should be fine. When I say gathering yourself, is having your document in place. Do whatever you have to do, your transcript in check, certificate in check, legalization in check, authentication in check. Then once you hear or once you know that the deadline starts for application, then you put in application. You should be fine. All right, you should be fine. Nothing else on this video. I just want to say, I just want to point out these countries that are budget friendly, which I feel that anyone that can sort of do it. Whether you are a mid Nigerian, maybe you're an average Nigerian, maybe you are not from a rich family, but at least you're trying to get yourself out there. You should consider any of these places and start the process as early as you can. Consider these countries. Let me try to go through them again. First one is Portugal. I have Hungary, Italy, Austria, Luxembourg, Bulgaria, Slovakia as well. These are places you should consider. And there's so many places as well, like Romania. Recently, I one of my team members recently let me know that she informed me that Romania has pushed activities now to Senegal. That the activities in Nigeria now has been shifted to Senegal. I'm like, wow, I guess so many processes are changing, you know. So if you start early, you will mitigate so many processes. But if you still tend to delay, it's up to you. All right. So that's just for this video, guys. So if you have any question, you're more than welcome to leave it on the comment section. And for the legalization process, guys, so below this video description, there's a link called Telegram. There's a Telegram link called Nomads Network. You can join there. You see this process of legalization. There's a bunch of people who can help you with these processes if you can't do it yourself. It can help you. And maybe if you need more questions or maybe more guidance, you can book a call with us or maybe send us an email. We can guide you. Any of these places you want to start, maybe you want to look into the school route, any of the countries, you can reach out to us and let's break it down to you and possibly help you on this journey if you can as well. And apart from that, guys, nothing else. I'll see you on the next one, please. All right. Thanks so much. Bye.